friends, welcome to Dave's Skillet. Today I'm working on a new recipe. It's a picnic roast loaf, and we're going to put it in the rotisserie oven for, let's see, this is 3 pounds 70. I'm going to have it at 400 degrees for about 3.5 hours. Just going to use salt and pepper for the seasoning. I thought about putting butter on it. I'm like, I could do that, but nah, just going to use the salt and pepper. That way I can use it for whatever I want, whatever recipe I want to use it for. I'll be able to do that without any trouble at all. Get all kind of gummy here. Now I'm going to wash it off in the sink, only because I'm going to use salt and pepper, and I don't want whatever is on there. Kind of sticky situation. I'm like, okay, so we're going to go ahead and just take this out of the packaging. Don't need the packaging. Now it's up to you how you want to do it. You can take the fat off. It's not that much, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's not enough for me to worry about it. I have a new oven that I'm going to put this in. This one's got to come out. So, you put this about dead center, more or less. I'll put it that way so I can see better. Yeah, I was going to be off just a little bit. Okay. Kind of get it centered up best you can, because you don't want it flopping sideways on you. Then we put the other fork on. That's going that way, so this has to go that way. And we screw that down tight, finger tight, that is. And now we're going to go ahead and season it. I've already got the stove set. Temperature, rotisserie, yada yada. It's already preset, already ready to go. I'm going to use black pepper corns. My thing broke, and I got a new one supposed to come today. So that's about a teaspoon of peppercorns I'm going to grind. I'm doing it this way because I don't have any way of grinding it except to do that. Hey, it works. You know, you do what works. This is coarse sea salt. You use whatever sea salt or salt you want to use. You want to use Himalayan, go ahead. That's how much I'm using. If you can see that. It's not a lot. It's like 1/4 teaspoon. Quarter teaspoon on each side, something like that. just going to do the salt on these sides. Now that's it. That's seasoned up. That didn't take much. You can put garlic if you want, you know, put some of that on there. Garlic paste works even better. Whatever you want to use, you do you. Put this, I gotta do it this way. And I gotta open up the doors to the oven. The oven's open. Now we're gonna put this. There. And I can pull that out. I don't need that in there. Put the drip pan in. I got one last sheet of aluminum foil. I'm going to put that on the drip pan. Only because it makes cleanup a lot easier, you know. And now that's ready to go. It's going to go for an hour at a time because there's no way I can make it go any longer than that. So, yeah, we'll let that spin in there, rotate in there, and we'll be back. Okay, we are back 3 hours and 45 minutes later. I've let this cool down for about a half an hour. It's smelling really good. Whew. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Okay, it's cooled off, but the rod's going to be really hot coming out of there. So be careful. Don't be like me. Turn your fingers off. Ooh, that was a scorcher. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to let it cool down some more because based on the temperature of that rod just then, it's not done cooling down. So I'm going to give it another half an hour to cool down. And then we'll cut a piece open. Of course, you won't have to wait a half an hour. You're only going to have to wait like seconds. So we're back. We've let it cool down. I've let this cool down enough. I think I can cut her open, see what it looks like. That was 3 hours, 45 minutes at 450 degrees. Oh, sugar. That was 3 pounds, 0.70 ounces. You have to make sure the internal temperature is at least, I would say, between 160, 170. I would go with 170. Err on the side of caution. That's good. That's good. Yeah. That looks pretty good. I need a fork. Looks pretty good, I have to say. I wasn't given much room to maneuver with as far as how long I had. I had to cook it today. Today was the day on its due date. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It is real tender. Melt in your mouth. Tender. Oh yeah. This is going to make some really good sandwiches. Mmm. Oh. It's hard to cut because it's so tender. It's just breaking apart. It's not really cutting. Mm. Here are my friends. Like and subscribe. Comments down below. Enjoy.